No, there's no glare tonight.
Thank you. Good evening, this is the April 28th, the April 8th meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals. First up, Daniel Perzozzi, 665 Manor Lane, for variances or relief of Chapter 301, Section 8C, with a proposed habitable space in a detached structure deemed not to be customarily accessory use to the single, wow, boy, I'm doing great, to the single-family use which is not permitted, be granted with the following conditions. This variance shall be revoked if the above residency is used as a rental, bed and breakfast, or an Airbnb. The occupancy is for a single-family use only. This is granted in accordance with the applications and sketches with amendments thereto, if any, as filed by the building department. Do I hear a motion?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Mr. Gazillo.
Aye.
Mr. Whitmire.
Aye.
Mr. Barnes.
We have Leroy?
Mr. Barnes,
Aye.
Oh,
thank you.
thank you. Mr. Seabrook.
Aye.
And I vote aye. Young lady, you have the floor.
Appeal 2021-011, Bola Operating Long Island Corp., 4129 Middle Country Road, Calverton, tax map number 69818, Industrial C zoning, for variances and/or relief from Chapter 301, Section 249G3, where proposed lettering on awning is 10 inches in height and maximum permitted is 6 inches.
And who's appearing for Bola?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman. Seth Meyer from Brown Altman, DeLeo, 538 Broad Hollow Road, Suite 301W.
Are you an attorney?
11747, and I'm joined by Chris Tartaglia from High Point Engineering.
Okay. All right, you have the floor.
Is he attorney?
Yes, he
Good
is.
evening. As mentioned earlier, my name is Seth Meyer from Brown Altman. We're here on behalf of the applicant, Bola LI Operating Corp., for variance relief from the town code provision with respect to lettering for the awning sign at the convenience store located at 4129 Middle.
All right, hold on for a second, hold on. Hey, somebody has unmuted themselves, and if you're not involved with this appeal, stop talking. Continue, please.
Sure. We're here for a variance for the lettering on the awning sign at the existing gasoline service station's convenience store located at 4129 Middle Country Road in Calverton, New York. Bola's application seeks to maintain the existing 10-inch high lettering on the awning sign when the maximum permitted is 6-inch. Therefore, we are seeking a minor variance of 4 inches for the existing awning sign. As mentioned earlier, Mr. Tartaglia from High Point Engineering, Bola's project engineer, is available to discuss any technical aspects of the application. If I may, the site is currently located on the south side of Middle Country Road, which is New York State Route 25, between Francis Boulevard and Connick Avenue in the Industrial C District. The site is surrounded by farms and other agricultural uses. The site's about 3 acres, and with about 1 acre used as the gasoline service station with convenience store, and there's about 420 feet of frontage along Middle Country Road. A gas station with a convenience store has existed at the site for many years. It's currently improved with 4 multi-product dispensers, 2 diesel pumps, and approximately 2,000 square foot convenience store. The subject of today's application is to obtain variance relief for the lettering on the existing awning sign, which is located about 75 feet from the street. To that end, on 12/28/20, Bola filed a sign permit application with the building department, which was denied based on the lettering. On January 27th, 2021, Bola appeared before the Architectural Review Board and obtained verbal approval of the awning. This application follows. Prior to the hearing, all required mailings and postings were made in conjunction with the ZBA's rules and regulations, and proof was sent to Ms. Collins earlier today and by email, and she should be receiving a FedEx first thing in the morning with the originals. Respectfully, the variance sought is minimal and will not have a noticeable impact on the neighborhood community. The site is located in a rural and agricultural area, and the increased lettering will likely go unnoticed to the naked eye and to passerby motorists, and neighboring properties most likely won't notice. Moreover, the awning is an improvement over the prior awning, as it is a clean and uniform appearance as compared to the prior advertisement-riddled awning sign in the past. Additionally, the awning sign is the primary identifier that BOLA is the operator of the convenience store and is necessary to ensure that patrons are covered as they are exiting their car and entering the C-store, as there is no awning, there is no canopy on the site. And we respectfully request that the town grant this application in its entirety.
Well, thank you, Counselor. I think the board has no problems with this application. I don't think we need to hear from your engineer. Is there anyone out there that has any problems with this application? Unmute and speak up. There's nobody. Let's have a reading.
Okay, Mr. Chairman. I move that the appeal of Bola Operating L.I. Corporation, 4129 Middle Country Road, Calverton, tax map number 698-1-8, industrial C zoning, for variances and/or relief from Chapter 301, Section 249-G3, where proposed lettering on awning is 10 inches in height and maximum permitted is 6 inches, be granted in accordance with the applications and sketches with amendments thereto, if any, as filed with the building inspector.
Second?
Mr. Gazillo.
Aye.
Mr. Barnes.
Aye.
Mr. Whitmire.
Aye.
Mr. Seabrook.
Aye.
And I vote aye. Aye.
Oi.
Aye. Anyway, your appeal has been approved, and you continue on with the process. Best of luck. Thanks very much.
Good luck.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening and stay safe.
Boy.
Appeal 2021-012, Donald Carberry, 1365 Peconic Bay Boulevard, Jamesport, tax map number 67232, RB40 zoning, for variances and/or relief from Chapter 301, Section 15A1C, where side yard setback from side street is 12.1 feet and minimum required is 15 feet, previously granted relief of 13.1 feet.
Okay, who's speaking here? Unmute. Okay, just raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
State your name and your address.
My name's Donald Carberry. I live at 1365 Conic Bay Boulevard, Jamesport, New York.
Okay, Donald, what happened?
The contractor came in and he told me I was going to lose the hedges behind the garage from the previous variance that I received. So in order not to lose the hedges, we decided that we would possibly move the garage out a little bit. And on the front side, I thought it says I had to be 13.1. When I measured from the side of the road to the front of the garage, I was 17 feet, so I didn't think I had a problem. I didn't realize I had a problem until I submitted the survey and they said you didn't follow the variance. So I wound up being 1 foot short, but I saved the hedges.
Well, let's hear it from Mother Nature, that's for sure. Yeah, we went down there. We don't think we have a problem here. Does anybody here have a problem with that? No.
What kind of car is that in the garage?
Excuse me?
What kind of car is that you have in the garage?
How many cars do I
No,
have
what
in the
is a
garage?
black car?
What kind of car?
Oh, 65 Volvo.
Nice.
All right. Anyone here to be in opposition to this appeal? Unmute and speak up. Nobody speaking up? Let's have a reading.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the appeal of Donald Carberry, 1365 Peconic Bay Boulevard, Jamesport, tax map number 67232, RB40 zoning, for variances and/or relief from Chapter 301, Section 15A1C, where side yard setback from side street is 12.1 feet and minimum required is 15 feet, previously granted. Relief of 13.1 feet be granted in accordance with the applications and sketches with amendments thereto, if any, as filed with the building inspector.
So moved. Second.
All right, Mr. Gazillo.
Aye.
Mr. Barnes.
Aye.
Mr. Whitmire.
Aye.
Mr. Seabrook.
Aye?
And I vote aye. So your appeal, although it's been granted once before, little alteration with this one, you'll be fine.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Best of luck. Take care.
Appeal 2021-013, Nicholas Carey, 189 Hidden Pond Path, Wading River, tax map number 600, 115-1, 2.34, RB80 zoning, for variances and/or relief from Chapter 301, Section 28C, where proposed 2 stories in a detached structure deemed not to be a customarily accessory use to the principal single-family use, which is not permitted.
All right, who's speaking here?
That'd be me.
All right, raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Your name, your address, please.
Larry Buscemi, 15 Vineyard Way, Mount Sinai, New York.
Okay, Larry, what's going on?
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have before you today is a structure that's accessory to a one-family house. It was proposed to be a cabana with a small upstairs area to use as a playroom. The structure itself we built as of right. The only question is the second floor. The second floor application was denied based on the fact that they considered it to be not customary to the not customary use. It is our contention that, in fact, in this neighborhood, it is a customary use. I think I provided the board with 3 examples on that very street, really, that are 2-story accessory structure. This structure is going to be attractive, out of the way, less visible than the structures that I provided photos of for you. It would be less expensive. Folks need this extra space just to shrink the kids away. As we all know, if you have small kids, right now they're remote learning, and after a while you kind of need to send them somewhere else. And that was the plan here. And again, it has very little impact on either the environment or the community, and is in keeping in character with the existing conditions in that. And therefore, we ask that the application be granted.
So, may I ask a question?
Go get it, Leroy.
I noticed on the application it was said, I think 10 by 32, but it's really 16 by 32.
I'm sorry, that was a mistake then. It was a
Okay,
typo.
not a problem.
It's definitely 16 by 32.
And it also says there's no plumbing in the building. So, why would they be running a waste line from there to the house?
Oh, I don't know. Is there a waistline in the plans? I'm looking at them, I don't see one.
It's on the survey.
Have the survey here.
So, it sounds like you're gonna try to put bathrooms in there.
Yeah, I only see a proposed water line. Well, it's probably for hose bibs and the like.
Proposed waste line.
I see a water line, unless I don't have my glasses on.
That says waste line.
Oh, I see that there. Yeah, then
So, what's really the intended use for the building?
or, playroom for the building itself for a cabana. So that would be, I guess,
So it's a cabana, playroom, but
right,
you probably intend to put a bathroom in it. Is
probably.
that correct or incorrect?
There's maybe an outdoor shower as well. That kind of thing.
Okay, so are we gonna have 2 bedrooms upstairs? What are we having upstairs?
No, upstairs is just gonna be flat, empty space, just a hangout room.
Or
No
hang
bathroom
out?
upstairs.
So they're gonna sheetrock it and finish it and insulate it and heat it?
Ideally, yeah. I mean, if the board see fit to grant it, to leave it in sheetrock.
I mean, I have a very incomplete plan here. I mean, all I have is, the elevations, and they're showing, like a first floor but really nothing to show the upstairs or what kind of layout's gonna be.
I'm looking at the plan, and that's what was provided by the architect, but it's just an open floor plan with, most of the upstairs area has roofs so low that it couldn't be really used for anything anyway. If you
Well,
look-
he'll have the 6 in the middle, and then it'll be third dome, it's a 7, 6.5, that's legal. I would just like to know what they really plan on doing, that's all. I mean, it's nice to have a pool house, but really is, you know, you're spending another 2 bedrooms.
No, not at all.
The question should be more so asked by the building inspector than us, but, you know, it says one thing, but it's doing another thing, and I'm just a little concerned about that, that's all.
I understand your concern, Mr. Barnes, and I would feel the same way if I were in your position. But our purpose here today is for a second-story floor, essentially, and the use of that is up to the building inspector. If the building inspector will certainly say no bathroom up there, and will, during the course of construction, make sure that doesn't happen. And has a
Up
right.
there or down there or anywhere?
I believe there's gonna, I would assume there's gonna be a bathroom in the first floor.
Okay, so let's talk about what's in the main house. Is there 4 bedrooms in the main house?
Yeah, it's,
If there's 4 bedrooms, that means that they're gonna exceed their capacity with their septic system.
right, and again, that would be up to the health department. So-
Well, they have to make an application to the health department. Right now, the way this application looks, there's no application for anything other than a building permit to build a pool house.
There are going to be construction plans presented, which will, be reviewed by the plans examiners, and if they deem this to require, septic, then they'll have to go to the county health department.
Well, I'm a little concerned that how they submitted the plans, and there were no questions as to what the use is gonna be. Well, maybe it's a discussion we should have with them. But anyway, okay, you can proceed. That's my question.
I appreciate it. And again, I feel that it's, what we're discussing here is just the upstairs.
Well, we're discussing a structure too. You're gonna build the whole thing, right? First floor, second floor?
Right, the
You're gonna
structure
have
will go up either way, though.
Is there gonna be a garage? Is this involve a garage?
No.
So it's not a garage. It almost looks like a house on a piece of property that already has a house.
Right, well, it's a cabana, they're pretty common in the, in Riverhead.
It's a pretty sophisticated cabana. It really is. Okay, let's hear what else anybody else has to say.
The other thing, in your application, it states that the garage will not have plumbing. So is this a garage or a pool house?
It's a pool house, that was a misunderstanding. And
So-
yeah, it's gonna have a bathroom. I mean,
So-
I would,
So, sir, how come the plans that you submitted don't show a bathroom? If you're saying there's gonna be a
this,
bathroom?
the plans provided by the architect.
But the architect is hired by the applicant, right?
Correct.
So if he planned on having a bathroom,
Provided to-
wouldn't it
to
be
us.
shown in the drawings?
Right.
Leroy, do we want to wait and
Maybe get
have
a
some consoles put onto this as far as,
I would like to see a full-blown plan as to what the
Yes.
layouts would be.
Yes.
okay,
All right.
yeah,
Should we-
A use is a use. What's the intended use? I
okay.
see the door dormers, the 2 windows upstairs, I see a lot of headroom. I understand people have, squeezing problems right now with, home teaching. I get it. But this could be more than that. I'm a little concerned about it, that's all.
All right, so if I may suggest that we turn to the next available date, we'll provide detailed plans. Exactly what we got.
And the other question I have is, do you think at some point they would want to try to qualify for an accessory apartment?
No, I can't imagine. That's not the intent, as far as I know.
So they're gonna build this pretty good sized building, but they don't intend to rent it. They only intend to use it as extra space for their family.
Or a garage.
That's what they're saying.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's come back next meeting with a full plan. Let's see what you got, and we'll take it from there. I don't think we have a problem with it, but we need a little more detail.
I understand that. We'll get you a full-blown plan with any plumbing that may be involved, clearly marked, and we'll take it.
Terrific.
Do we have a date?
Hold on. 22nd?
22nd.
All right, anyone else to be heard about this matter? Anyone
Just
else?
Yes, my name's Thomas Iavisi. My residence.
Hold on, Ed, pal, hold on. Kindly raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Absolutely, I swear.
State your name and your address.
Thomas Iavisi, 9 Hidden Pheasant Path in Wading River. Our backyards abut with the carries. So, you know, this structure would be directly in my backyard. And the carries have been good neighbors for a number of years, so my first inclination is to trust that they're doing the right thing by the community here. But as Mr. Barnes stated, the plans seem to be a little incomplete to me. So, you know, I accessed the website of the construction company to see if there was any more information regarding this structure. And I noticed right away that this is marketed as what they call a granny pod, with complete instructions on how to convert it to full-time residence. So I guess my thought would be not being in opposition. I'm inclined to go with my neighbors. If they want to have a pool house, that's fine, but I would definitely be in opposition if this could be converted to full-time residency at some point. Neighbors change, and that's a big concern. So if that's something that could not be clear on the record, that this is only an accessory structure and not a living structure, then I would be opposed to it.
Well, that's something we're considering, so we'll probably put some codicils on to whatever decision we make.
Okay,
I'm
thank
sure
you
the
for
carries
time.
will be fine with that.
Okay. Well, let's get your plans to us.
Okay,
We'll check them
sure.
out, and we'll speak at the next meeting.
Okay, see you on the 22nd, folks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's hear a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the appeal of Nicholas Carey, 189 Hidden Pond Path, be adjourned until 4/22.
Second?
Mr. Gazillo. Aye. Mr. Barnes.
Aye.
Mr. Whitmire.
Aye.
Mr. Seabrook.
Aye.
And I vote aye. So see you folks next meeting. Thanks very much. Have a good night.
Appeal 2021-014, Christopher and Ellen McDonald, 995 Osborne Avenue, Riverhead. Tax map number 600-122-214, RA40 zoning, for variances and/or relief from Chapter 301, Section 11, where rear yard setback is 31.7 feet and minimum required is 60 feet, and where structure is proposed to be less than 10 feet from existing accessory structure, where minimum required is 10 feet.
Okay, who's speaking here?
John and Ivana Cook.
Okay, kindly raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
And state your name and your address.
Ivana Cook, 20 Sandalwood Lane, Riverhead, New York.
Okay, young lady, let's hear what you got.
So the proposed setbacks, there is an existing patio, porch area that's already been there, it's pre-existing. And we're only proposing to convert that porch space to first floor living space, whereas we'll be putting a second story. The garage, which is 7 feet, so we're seeking relief of 3 feet. It's supposed to be 10 feet from the garage. All the structures in the property currently have COs, and we're seeking relief of the rear yard setback, which again, the house is pre-existing and the porch is pre-existing. So we're trying to convert that porch into living space.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on the board? I mean, it doesn't look like.
I think she wants to be heard.
Okay, anyone else to be heard on this matter?
Good evening, this is Lauren Schmeda.
Raise your right hand.
Hi,
Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name and your
Good
address.
evening to all. Yep, Lauren Schmeda, my address is 232 Hunter Avenue, Sleepy Hollow, New York. My family are property owners to the adjacent property, so we received notice about this hearing earlier this week. Given the short time, I had actually sent an email, which I believe Ms. Collins passed along to you, requesting an adjournment. since that time, I've had a good conversation with the town, and I've actually had a good conversation with Ms. Cook here to get more information about what's being proposed. I've been able to speak to my family members about it, who are in fact the property owners, my mother and my aunt. So to the extent the town is prepared to proceed, I no longer have a need for or a request for an adjournment. So I just wanted that to be clear on the record.
Well, thank you very much. It's nice
So
to
you
take
don't
the time
have-
out and check it out for your neighbors. That's good. I mean, it looks like a simple project. Doesn't look good. Okay, good. I'm glad you made contact with them. It makes our job a lot easier, that's for sure.
That's what we have here.
Okay. Is there anybody else to be heard on this matter? Nobody? Okay, let's have a reading.
All right. Mr. Chairman, I move that the appeal of Christopher and Ellen McDonald, 995 Osborne Avenue, Riverhead, tax map number 600-122-2-14, RA40 zoning for variance and/or relief from Chapter 301, Section 11, where rear yard setback is 31.7 feet and minimum required is 60 feet, and where structure is proposed to be less than 10 feet from existing accessory structure, where minimum required is 10 feet, be approved in accordance with the applications and sketches and amendments thereto, if any, as filed with the building inspector.
Second?
Mr. Gazillo?
Aye.
Mr. Barnes?
Aye.
Mr. Whitmire?
Aye.
Mr. Seabrook?
Aye.
And I vote aye. So the appeal has been granted. Onward with the process, and best of luck to everybody. Thank you very much for
Good
coming in.
luck.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Great evening.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Do I hear a motion to accept the minutes of the last meeting?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
That was nice that worked out with the neighbors, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's making...